And our research title is the relationship between academic performance and parenting style among the senior high school students. Therefore, the rationale is the introductory part of the paper with the purpose of relaying the importance of your research study.
Theoretical background is where you need to go to the internet and you need to find theories or related theories about your topic and make sure that your sources are legit. Theoretical and conceptual framework. You need to use the schematical diagram, and theoretical background and theoretical conceptual framework is just related because it's all about theories. And statement of the problem, mainly conducted to examine the impact of parenting style and academic performance. Since our topic is parenting style and academic performance among senior high school, the relationship.
We're going to discuss about statement of null hypothesis. So for you, what is null hypothesis? So for me, it is a statement of no difference between sample means or proportions or no sample means proportion. In other words, the difference is not equal to 0. Statement of null hypothesis is the commonly accepted fact. It is the opposite of the alternative hypothesis. In research, researchers work to reject, nullify, or disprove the null hypothesis. So, in statement of null hypothesis, it includes questions, and in questions, you have to defend your answers. So that's the hypothesis. So here our research question example. So research question number 1. What are the relationships between parenting style and academic performance and achievement with respect to motivation, goal, orientation, and academic efficacy among high school students? So hypothesis number 1. There will be a positive relationship between parenting style and academic achievement. Hypothesis 2. There will be a positive relationship between parenting style and motivation. Hypothesis 3. There will be a positive relationship between parenting style and goal orientation. Hypothesis 4. There will be a positive relationship between parenting style and academic self-effect.
What is significance of the study? In a simple term, the significance of the study is basically important of your research. So while stating the significance, you must highlight how your research will be beneficial to the development of science and the society in general. You can first outline the significance in broader sense by starting how your research will contribute to the broader problem in your field, or gradually narrow it down and demonstrate the specific group that will benefit from your research.
What is scope and delimitation? So, the scope and delimitations are two elements of the research paper or thesis. The scope of the study explains the extent of which the research area will be explored in the work and specify the parameters within which the studies will be operating.
Definition of terms, we use operational definition and not from dictionary.
This time we're going to discuss about the part of chapter 2, which is related study and the review of related literature. So first, what is related studies? So usually it is about reviewing or studying existing works carried out in your project or research field. Related studies can be taken from journals, magazines, website links, government reports, and other sources. So in our research paper, our topic is about the relationship between parenting style and academic performance task among senior high school students. So here our related studies content. So here, this study investigated how different parenting styles and experience as reported by university students relate to students' academic efficacy. So that was the content. That was our content of related study. So second is related literature. So what is related literature? So it is composed of discussions, facts, and principles which represent study is related. The materials are usually printed and found in books, encyclopedias, professional journals, magazines, newspapers, and other publications. So this time I'm going to discuss about the research design, which is it is part of chapter 3. So the research design refers to the overall strategy that you choose to integrate the different components of the study in a coherent and logical way, thereby ensuring you will effectively address the research problem. It constitutes the blueprint for the collection, measurement, and analysis of data. So the research design has four types, and it is unscripted correlational, um, causal comparative, quasi-experimental, and experimental research. So in our research, we only use descriptive correlational. It's because it was using people or specific people, and we use descriptive correlational. It's because it was describing people who are involving in a situation.
Chapter 3 that I have assigned is Research Local. In the Research Local the research is conducted in the University of Cebu main campus senior high school department. UC is an educational institution in the Cebu City, Philippines founded in 1964, offering preschool, grade school, undergraduate degree, and postgraduate degree. Both the researcher and the participants are from the same university, so that local is still the school, but more especially is a virtual campus, since the modality of teaching is online instruction in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. The students, both the researcher and the respondent, may be in the different places across the country.
The participant of our research is the grade 12 senior high school students of University of Cebu. This was practical since the grade 12 has the most experience on how parenting style affect academic performance among senior high school students also found significantly correlate with academic achievements among high school students.
So the data collection is a systematic process of gathering observation or measurement, whether you are performing research for businesses, governmental, or academic purposes. Data collections allow you to gain first-hand knowledge and original insights into your research problem.
To discuss about the chapter 4 presentation, analysis, and interpretation data. This chapter presents the data gathered the results of statistical analysis done and interpretation of data. These are the presented tables following the sequence of the specific research problem regarding the relationship between parenting style and academic performance among the senior high school student. So as you can see, the table 1, parenting variable and total mean and standard deviation. Parenting style has a total mean of 3.44 and with only with only 0.60 standard deviation. And the description correspond a little. Table 1 showed that the total mean for parenting style. Yeah. And now the table 2. As you can see, academic performance has a a total mean score of 87.23 and standard deviation of 5.56 and does not correspond at all. Table 2 reveal the most student does not correspond at all since performance at it means 87.23 and a standard deviation of 5.86. On the other hand, parenting and style shows the most students shows that the most students corresponds a little bit to the parenting style with a mean of 3.44 and 0.60 deviation. And table 3 correlation parenting style and academic performance. Table 3 shows that p-value is 0.011 and the r value is 0.4455. Since the p-value is greater than 0.07, the level of significance it leads in accepting null hypothesis. There was no significant difference between the senior high school student of parenting style and academic performance. Based on the observation, they responded they were able to comprehend of the given questions since they have the most experience from the start. The senior students are able to understand between parenting style and academic performance. The result is almost similar to the study of Sarwat Masood. Academic performance is among the several components of the success of many factors, including socioeconomic status and student engagement.
Recommendations. This is for all future researchers. When you conduct a study, you really need to think it wise because I'm telling you, there's a high possibility that it might be hard for you, and you need to cooperate with your group also.